Hi. Today I want to share with you about fear and jumping in anyway. Yesterday I was at the water spot where I go for my outdoor swimming. And after I had my swim, I sat aside and I watched a group of boys. There were 5 of them, aged between 11 and 14, and one of them was clearly their leader. They were practicing to jump headfirst into the water and taking turns. The leader gave them advice, jumped in himself, and they asked, what could I do different? And they were full of energy, playful, also a little wild, and learning together. And one boy stood out to me. He was standing a bit aside. He was a bit smaller and he was very quiet, but he was observing. And you could tell he really wanted to join in, but he hesitated. He mimicked the movements. He asked the others again and again. He received advice from the others, and you could see in his whole body his desire. He wanted so much to jump in, but his fear and also his body kept holding him back. And that went on. As the others were jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping, and he was standing aside, I inside was cheering him on. I said, go, just do it, try it. And then he jumped. And he landed belly flat on the water. You could see it was painful. He came up and he said, ouch, that hurt. But he went out and he actually tried again. The others were giving him advice again, but what struck me was, let me first go on. He tried and then he jumped again, and you could see that his body, the fear had made his way into his body, into his posture. And in the moment he was actually literally in the air. His body twisted again, and instead of going head first, he fell sideways. Nonetheless, he got out and he came up again and went again on the edge to try it again. And I thought, wow, this actually happens to all of us. That you have the desire to do something and fear is holding you back. The other point is, other people who do it for you and go first, they can be very inspiring, because the mirror neurons, when you watch them, you can absorb that. But the point is, you have to jump in anyway. The others can't do it for you. And maybe it hurts. Maybe it turns out completely different than you had imagined it. But don't let yourself be stopped from the fear. Do it anyway and learn from whatever there is to experience and go on.